The corner cafe switched on its lights while the street was still deciding whether to wake up. Yeah. The corner cafe switched on its lights while the street was still deciding whether to wake up. The delivery van rolled by with nothing but empty milk crates rattling in the back. Somehow that sounded hopeful. Meanwhile, a woman stood outside a bakery reading the handwritten specials without planning to buy anything, just looking. Across the crosswalk, a teenager carefully folded a movie ticket before sliding it into a wallet already full of old receipts. Guess memories need roommates. A mail carrier stopped to straighten a falling bicycle with instead of stepping around it. Nobody asked, nobody clapped. Honestly, the nicest things usually happen without witnesses.
Long phrase drifting under the groove, triple lip pivot, late landing, tight release.
Stretch the vowels, cut the next line,
shift the rhythm,
change the cadence.
Let every measure surprise the one before it.
Easy now,
The day
hasn't even
met itself.
Yeah. The florist placed fresh daisies outside before unlocking the register. A child counted every blue backpack that passed the station entrance. Lost count,
started smiling instead.
A mechanic returned to repair watch, even though fixing watches wasn't his job. I couldn't leave it broken, fair point. Actually, some people repair things because that's just
how they're built.
Clouds drifted between apartment buildings like they were reading every balcony.
2 words,
28 syllables gliding across the next measure before snapping back in the 4-clip beats. Triplets,
straight,
later tag,
different pocket.
The bookstore arranged travel books beside cookbooks. Vacation first, then a second reasonable order. Someone left a handwritten thank you note inside a return novel. The next reader smiled before reaching chapter 1. Across the avenue an old barber, wildflowers growing outside someone else's shop. Didn't mention it,
didn't need to.
A peach and confidently walked through automatic doors as if rent had already been paid.
Fast hats,
warm bass,
Brooklyn symmetry,
wide phrasing,
conversation,
observation,
if the accent,
change the pole, different rhythm,
different storyteller.
You know, maybe
ordinary places,
practice being beautiful
every morning.
Rain arrived quietly enough that nobody noticed until the newspaper ink darkened. A cyclist offered his umbrella to someone waiting at a red light. Kept riding in the rain himself, interested dry over these. The crossing signal finished blinking before
anyone hurried.
No rush today. The bakery window fogged up from fresh bread.
Children drew tiny faces in the glass
while their parents laughed behind them. Compress,
expand,
triplet fracture,
broken cadence,
late consonants,
5 vowels,
different spacing,
different breathing,
never standing still. The last empty table outside the cafe disappeared before the coffee finished brewing. Someone found an old photograph tucked inside a library book, looked at it,
smile,
closed the book without taking it. Some memories already know where they belong. The morning breeze carried the smell of bread farther than the sound of traffic. For a moment,
the whole block forgot it
was busy.
Different cadence,
different architecture,
triplet motion,
syncopated,
release,
tight bars,
open bar,
new groove,
new phrasing,
new identity.
Never repeating the previous song.
Stayed a while,
morning,
always leaves
small gifts
for people
who notice.
One cafe,
one bicycle,
one bookstore,
one quiet street.
That's more
than enough. The cafe lights
weren't brighter.
The sky
had simply
caught up. Yeah, the traffic light changed while nobody was looking. Yeah. The traffic light changed while nobody was looking. The green, nobody moved. Half a beat later, everyone remembered to cross the avenue. A coffee cup sat on top of a newspaper box, still warm. Owner already gone or coming back, who knows? A florist carried one sunflower under an umbrella, not for herself, for the flower fair. A bicycle chain clicked every second rotation. Click silence, click silence. Different rhythm, honestly, imperfections. Usually write the hook first. Quick breath, long sentence drifting under the kick. Triple pivot, straight release. Mr. Snare, later rival, tiny pocket, wide pocket. Keep the flow, changing shape before the beat gets comfortable. Don't rush, nothing important likes being chased. Apartment 7 burned toast, apartment 9 played opera, apartment 12 opened every window. The hallway couldn't decide what season it belonged to. A mechanic balanced 3 bolts on 2 fingers, dropped when he caught it with his boot. Never looked surprised, practice. A child pointed at the moon, middle of the day. Still there, yeah, it usually is. 3 words, 30 syllables crossing 2 measures before snapping into 1 click. Bar, pause, run, stop, triplets, straight, swing, back, forward. Nothing repeats. The bakery ran out of blueberry muffins. 1 customer cheered, I wanted chocolate. Lucky morning, someone returned the library book with the press leaf still inside. Free bookmark, the librarian smiled. Didn't remove it, good decision outside. When borrowed a paper bag, dropped it against the lamppost, end of adventure. Shift, cadence, stretch, vowels, cut consonants, half time. Breathing, double time, release, skip expected rhymes, change, land and change, gravity, leave silence. Where the chorus thinks it belongs, you know. Some places don't become familiar. Because you visit often, they become familiar. Because they keep remembering you. A barber paused mid-haircut to watch a squirrel cross the street, customer watched too. Nobody minded that cashier fix someone else's cookie shopping bag without saying anything. Tiny repair, big difference. Actually, the world gets held together by moments that never make headlines. Fast taps, slow bass, long phrases, short answers, double accents, broken symmetry, offbeat entries, elastic time and change the breathing, change the density. Let every 16 bars belong to another rapper. The flower shop closed for exactly 22 minutes. Munch the flowers, kept attracting customers anyway. A teenager tied his untied shoe without stopping the conversation. Professional, the crossing signal kept beeping after everyone had already crossed, talking to itself. Maybe, or maybe echoes need jobs too. Different pulse, different attack, different sentence lengths, different rhyme density, tight flow, wide flow, empty bars, started bars, triplets, street 16s, pause, restart. Never let this verse borrow yesterday's footsteps. Clouds moved, sunlight followed the bookstore window, changed color without moving an inch. One old man folded his receipt into a tiny boat, set it in a puddle, watched it float for 3 seconds, smiled, walked away, didn't need to know where it ended. Stay here, one more song, one more block, one more morning. The loud world can't wait, the quiet one already started. Another bakery, another crosswalk, another stranger, another chance to notice what was always there. The traffic light turned red, nobody seemed in a hurry to leave.
Yeah. The elevator doors almost closed before the woman remembered the birthday cake. The elevator almost closed. Then the hand, the paper bag birthday cake made it close one. The delivery guy laughed first, she laughed harder. Floor 6, the hallway smelled like oranges and floor cleaner. Weird combination worked somehow. Outside, a crow landed on top of a vending machine. Looked like management. The newspaper stand open only halfway. Owner still drinking coffee. Fair enough, a teenager walked 3 blocks, reading a novel. Never looked up, never hit anyone. Honestly, that's impressive. Fast feet underneath the slower morning. Different heartbeat, different story. Let the rhythm jump the measure. Drop behind it, change the breathing. Break the pocket, find another angle before the last cadence settle. Some days don't need a headline, just another page. The bakery burned 1 tray, nobody complained. Fresh batch, 10 minutes later, problem solved. A taxi stopped for a duck, only 1 duck, very important duck. The barber turned his open sign around twice, forgot which way was correct. Funny, the customer helped him, nobody mentioned it again. The floor is trimmed 1 row shorter than the others, kept it anyway. Perfection misses a lot of mornings. 1 word, long sentence spilling across the next 2 measures before snapping back into place without warning. Because the rhythm suddenly decided it wanted another direction. 3, 9, 27, pause, triplets, dead air, straight flow, reverse entry. Apartment 2, another 1, vacuum department 302, play piano. Apartment 405, argued about dinner. The whole building felt like radio station sharing 1 antenna. Actually, kinda comfort in the butts. Arrived, nobody got off, nobody got off. Still waited 20 seconds, maybe drivers need breaks too. A little worse, saluted every city bus that passed. Some drivers saluted back, some didn't. He saluted the next one, exactly the same. Different consonants, different spacing, double time collapsing into silence. Late entrances, short explosions. 12 syllables, 5 syllables, 30, then 1. Let every bar forget what the previous one sounded like. You know, hope looks surprisingly normal. Usually, it's wearing work shoes. Yeah. Someone forgot their scarf on the park bench when borrowed it for a minute, returned it. Good manners, the mechanic that closed his toolbox very slowly like books deserve endings. Across the street, an old woman watered the plants already soaking wet. Didn't stop, didn't explain, didn't have to. The grocery store received exactly 9 watermelons, 1 rolled away. Everybody watched, nobody panicked. Eventually, it chose its own corner. Shift left, drop right, stretch vowels, flip endings, new cadence, lifting gravity. Let the kick interrupt, let the silence answer. Run ahead, fall behind, change the architecture. Every 4 bars, the library turned off half the lights. Sunlight did the rest. A cyclist rang the bell, only once enough. Somebody opened curtains on the 3rd floor. Another person closed theirs on the 5th morning. Never arrived at exactly the same address. A dog finally caught it's on sale. Looked confused, mission accomplished. Now what? Stay curious. The city is always telling stories, just not loudly. Another window, another laugh, another mistake, another Tuesday, another memory. Already happening before anybody calls it one. The elevator came back down empty, still humming this quiet routine. Tomorrow we'll probably ride it to the front. The elevator. Yeah. The bakery forgot to turn the open sign around until someone was already buying bread. The bakery forgot the open sign. Bread sold anyway, the smell had already done his job. Across the road, a man walked 2 golden retrievers. One serious, one absolutely convinced every leaf deserved a personal greeting. Priorities, the florist received flowers inside flowers. Kinda funny, a bouquet wrapped inside another bouquet. The owner smiled, didn't unwrap it right away. Some gifts deserve 5 extra seconds. Tiny sounds, small routines, different rhythms, changing scenes. Drop the vowels, skip the end and leave the kick to finish the sentence. Bend the pocket, move the land and nothing breathing like the last thing. Wait, not yet, you're almost walking past it. Wait, not yet, you're almost walking past it. The laundromat door open, nobody came out, only warmth. Someone left 42 minutes on the dryer, nobody touched it. Trust still exists, actually it probably exists more often than people notice. A bicycle stood without its owner for almost an hour, never looked lonely. The cafe burned 1 bagel, everybody laughed, started over, no tragedy. 26 syllables floating over the bar before disappearing. 1 word, 3:17, quarter, no gap, triplet, backbeat, late attack, sudden stop, different architecture, different gravity. Keep the rhythm wandering. Apartment 108, vacuum. Department 502, played jazz. Apartment 304, argued about tomatoes. Nobody won. The elevator arrived empty, left full. Simple magic. A little boy tried to whistle, didn't work. He kept trying good. The newspaper vendor slacked every paper perfectly when disagreed. 5 seconds later, a modern art. Fast feet, slow words, sharp hats, round bass, late phrases, tight breathing, change cadence. Every 4 bars, drop density, double density. Never give tomorrow yesterday's rhythm. Honestly, I think the city likes being watched. Someone returned a shopping cart from the wrong store, still counted the mechanic, wiped rainwater off another person's mirror, never looked around to see if anyone noticed. Nobody there, still having a little girl camped drawing circles with a shoe in wet sand. Every bus that passed erased 1, she drew another, no complaints. Yeah. Break the measure, stretch the pocket, change the breathing, split the cadence, half time, double time, empty bar, dense bar, move the consonants, click the vowels, let every section argue with the previous one. The traffic lights stayed green longer than usual, nobody rushed, interesting, a pigeon waiting for automatic doors to open, they did, it walked in, walked, customer confidence is fascinating. The bookstore turned its lights on, while sunshine still filled every shelf full of habits, hard to retire, actually, same. Different pulse, different pressure, different landing, different weather, long phrase, short burst, conversation, observation, pause, restart, triplet fracture, syncopated ending, elastic rhythm, never repeating, a single pocket, twice, stay. A moment is most beautiful things don't arrive, they've been there the whole time. One receipt, 1 bicycle, 1 window, 1 stranger, 1 quiet morning, becoming something you'll accidentally remember forever. The old time finally turned around. Morning, already moved on. The crossing guard folded the stop sign before the school forgot it was noisy. The crossing guard folded the stop sign. Done. Kids disappeared faster than laughter. A tennis ball rolled out from beneath the park van. Nobody chased the guess's game finished earlier. Across the street, window blinds 1, 2, 5 like dominoes made of sunlight. A cafe chair stripped the sidewalk long enough to sound like someone remembering something. Honestly, I almost smiled for no reason. Maybe there was one, people passing, coffee splashing, newspaper pages always flapping, someone whistling, half a chorus. Life keeps moving without a narrator, nothing polished, nothing staged, still somehow it fills the frame. Even some things look better unfinished. A barber stood outside holding the broom like he forgotten why. Phone buzz, ignored it, started sweeping. Priority, the traffic light changed 3 times before the first car moved. Nobody home, we're kinda nice. The bookstore owner placed one novel face forward, not the newest, not the cheapest, probably the favorite. 1 beat, 3 words, pause there, turn first, stretch bars, good phrases, triplets, straight cadence, leave silence where the rhyme should land. Come back late and let the kid finish the sentence. You know, the city has favorite people, it just never tells them. The laundromat dryer stopped spinning, nobody noticed except the old man reading page 12 for almost 20 minutes. Didn't turn it, didn't need the outside wind. Picked up 1 receipt, then dropped it right back where it started. Funny, not everything is trying to leave. Take your time, look sideways. Most beautiful moments never stand in the middle, asking to be seen. They wait near the edges, quietly, like they've always known you'd eventually look. Look. The flower shop unlocked its doors before the rain reached the sidewalk. Yeah. The flower shop unlocked its doors before the rain reached the sidewalk. Every bouquet leaned toward the window like they already knew who was coming. A delivery driver parked 2 buildings away just to avoid blocking the crosswalk. Didn't have to, still did. Across the street, an old woman carried a tiny paper bag with both hands. Whatever was inside, it looked important. The bakery smelled finished before the first loaf reached the shelves. The cyclist rang the bell once just to let a child know he was there. The child saluted, the cyclist saluted back. Honestly, I hope they both remember that. Shift the pocket, stretch the phrase, triplet, fracture, late landing, tight breathing, wide space and run ahead, far behind, change the cadence, change the gravity, never wearing yesterday's rhythm.
Stay here,
The morning
if it is
telling you everything. Someone carried an empty picture frame through the station without anything inside it. Maybe the view came later. The newspaper vendor stacked every paper perfectly before the wind politely rearranged them. A mechanic returned the customer's keys with both hands. Small gesture, big difference. Actually, respect usually whispers. It barely introducing itself. A little girl counted red umbrellas until she reached 12. Then started counting dogs instead. Better game. One word. 25 syllables floating across the groove before collapsing into a clip dancer. Pause, triplet, straight, half-time, new landing. The bookstore display garden and books beside astronomy. Nobody questioned the decision. Some combination expressed themselves. A man missed bus because he stopped to help another stranger carry a stroller down 3 steps. The next bus came soon, unexpected. Funny how patience occasionally pays in cash. Clouds cover the street, one traffic light, then disappear. Fast hats, warm bass, broken phrasing, elastic timing, conversation, observation, new accents, new density, different heartbeat, different architecture. You know, maybe
ordinary days.
only look
Ordinary.
while we're living them. The cafe owner remembered everyone's order except his own. A barber watched Sparrow stealing crumbs outside instead of checking the clock. A teenager tied a loose shoelace on a stranger's backpack before catching his train. Nobody noticed except the backpack. The crossing signal blinked twice before anyone crossed. Practice never hurts. Compressed, spent late consonants, triplet climb, broken cadence, wide back.
styles, different spacing, different pulse, nothing repeating. Rain finally reached the flower shop, nobody ran. Bouquets looked brighter somehow. One customer bought a single sunflower and walked away smiling before paying. Realized it halfway down the block, turned around laughing. The cashier laughed first. Some mistakes arrive carrying good stories. Different cadence, different pulse, triplet motion, sympathetic release. Tight bars, wide bars, no breathing, no groove, no storyteller. Never repeating the previous identity. Walk slower. Look longer. Kindness usually happens. Think between the important things. One flower, one bakery, one station, one station. That's enough for one morning. The rain settled in. The flowers never looked surprised.
The rain reached the bookstore 5 minutes after everyone else. Yeah. 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 The rain reached the bookstore 5 minutes after everyone else. The owner left the bucket by the entrance before the first drop landed. Guess he's seen this movie before. A teenager walked in asking for a map instead of a novel. Wrong shop, still. The owner searched every shelf anyway. Across the street, a baker carried warm bread with both hands like it could still surprise him. It probably could. A cyclist stopped beneath the tree to somehow make the rain even worse. Bad decision, honestly. Weather has a strange sense of humor. Stretch the measure, cut the phrase. Triplet weave, late land in empty space. Crowded bars, different cadence, different gravity. Never letting the groove. Remember the last 16? Wait a while. The best pages never begin on page 1. Someone found a shopping list tucked inside a used novel. Milk, soap, batteries, call mom. The cashier smiled, folded it, put it back. Maybe somebody still needed it. The flower shop opened both doors just because the smell reached farther that way. Good strategy. A little boy counted umbrellas instead of people. Much easier. One word, 27 syllables sliding behind the snare before landing on a kick. Pause, triplet, straight, half time, different pocket. The barber missed one phone call and never checked who it was. The mechanic whistled without realizing it. A woman stood outside the bakery reading the day's receipt like it contained a row. Funny thing, sometimes memories disguise themselves as paper. Clouds drifted away, nobody noticed until sunlight landed on the cafe tables. Fast hats, slow chords, tight landing, wide spacing, conversation, observation. Change the pulse, change the breath, new rhythm every few bars. You know, some places feel familiar before you've ever been there. The grocery store sold flowers beside frozen vegetables. Nobody questioned it. An old man returned a library book 2 weeks late. The librarian said, "Glad you finished it." That was the whole conversation. Kindness doesn't always need extra words. A pigeon waited outside the automatic doors like they belonged to him. Eventually, they opened. Triplet fracture, elastic time and broken cadence. Late attack, compressed vowels, phrasing. New geometry, new flow, different drummer, different rapper. Last bass arrived, almost empty. It left almost full. A coffee cup cool beside an unread newspaper. Someone finally picked both up. Nothing dramatic, just nothing wasted. Bookstore lights reflected in the wet sidewalk before the stars had a chance. Different cadence, different architecture, triplet motion, syncopated release, dense bars, open bars, new breathing, new landing, never repeating the previous song's identity. Walk slower, look twice, every ordinary place keeps one story for the people who stay a little longer. The rain finally stopped. The bookstore kept smelling like tomorrow. The station clock reached 7 before anyone remembered to look at it. Let's stay. Yeah. The station clock reached 7 before anyone remembered to look at it. Steam climbed from a paper cup sitting on the ticket counter. Nobody claimed it, not yet. Meanwhile, a woman folded yesterday's newspaper into perfect squares before dropping it into the recycling bin. The cafe owner unlocked the side door first because deliveries never waited for customers. A little boy dragged a toy suitcase behind him even though they weren't traveling anywhere. Practice trip across the platform. Someone quietly polished the brass handrail until it reflected the ceiling lights. Funny thing, care usually arrives before people do. The first train wasn't late, everyone else was simply early. Long sentence, gliding underneath the kick. Triplet fracture, broken cadence, late release. Wide phrasing, tight landing, move the accent. Change the rhythm, stretch the measure, compress the next. Never borrow in the last groove. Don't count time, count moments. They're usually worth more. Don't count time, count moments. They're usually worth more. The bakery sold coffee before bread, that felt backwards. Nobody complained. An old man bought the smallest loaf in the shop and shared half of it with the pigeons outside. A florist carried empty buckets that somehow looked heavier than the flowers actually waiting has weight too. A cyclist stopped to tighten someone else's loose bicycle chain. Never asked whose it was, just fixed it, kept riding. 3 syllables, 29 syllables stretching across 2 measures before dropping into 4 clip words. Pause, triplets, straight, offbeat, different pocket. The bookstore displayed travel guides beside poetry. Good neighbors, a mechanic wiped fingerprints off a customer's mirror after finishing the repair. Nobody would notice, that's probably why he did it. The crossing signal clicked, 2 empty cycles before the first pedestrian arrived. Practice makes patience. A teenager skipped every second step on the staircase for absolutely no reason. Reasons are overrated. Fast hats, warm base, broken symmetry, elastic time in conversation, observation, change density, change direction. Every 16 bars belonging to another voice, you know. Some mornings don't ask to be remembered, they just are. Clouds slid across the station roof, 1 window at a time. A conductor straightened his tie before every announcement. Same movement, every train. A little girl waved at every passenger instead of every train. More people waved back than I expected. That made my morning. Honestly, sometimes expectations are the only things arriving late. Compress, expand, triplet climb, straight release, late attack, wide vowels, different cadence, different breathing, different architecture. The last empty bench disappeared before the next train arrived. The newspaper vendor folded to stand with the same care he used to unfold it. Rain started, stopped, started again. Nobody moved, the coffee stayed warm longer than the weather stayed certain. One stranger held the station door open, then another, then another. Different pulse, different space and triplet motion, syncopated release, tight bars, wide bars, elastic groove, new cadence, new storyteller, never repeating the previous song. Stay a little longer, the loud world can wait. Platforms, coffee, strangers, small conversations. That's where ordinary mornings quietly become stories we keep. The first train departed, the coffee was still warm. Yeah. A receipt landed inside somebody else's grocery bag. Yeah. Wrong bag, wrong receipt, nobody noticed, not yet. A woman counted apples using both hands and the elbow on the skateboard under the frozen food aisle. Tiny vacation, the cashier looked up. Only one saw morning at one time. Someone smiled, worth it, outside a delivery truck. Back then, so slowly it almost looked careful enough to apologize. Honestly, I like watching people who never rush through things they've done 10,000 times. Fast pocket, late release, switch cadence, triplet weave, stretch the vowels, drop the consonants, break the measure, restart the sentence, leave empty air, fill the next bar, change the rhythm before the hi-hat gets too comfortable. Easy, the day already know where it's going. Easy, the day already know where it's going. 4th floor, window open, curtains dancing, no music, just wind. Somehow that was enough. A mechanic placed every wrench back in the exact same order. Didn't have to. Across the street, someone forgot their bicycle helmet on the handlebars. Came back 6 minutes later, still that good neighborhood. A little girl talked to a pigeon. The pigeon walked away halfway through. 1 word, 31 syllables, stretching across the next 2 bars before landing behind the snare. Pause for 19 triplets straight, late, halftime reset. The flower flower shop proceed. White lilies, yellow tulips, purple irises. The owner mixed them anyway. Rules that gotcha, no one colors agree. The cafe forgot one chair outside after closing. More than found it waiting. First customer sat there with the answer worked out. Actually, most good ideas look accidental from far away. Short burst, long drift, every swing, tight pocket, tuck the rhyme, stretch the ending, jump ahead, fall behind, change density, change breathing, nothing wearing the same rhythm twice. You know, every neighborhood has one corner that always feels 10 minutes slower. I'm glad mine does. Barber stop, cutting hair to answer the kid's question about why mirrors face each other. He thought for a second, then smiled. Maybe they get lonely too. Good answer, the bus arrived. While someone was tying the shoe. Driver waited only 3 seconds. Still 3 seconds can feel like generosity. Switch accents, elastic timing, triplet fact check off beat landing, compress, expand, leak silence, rush forward, change the architecture. Every 4 measures, never recycle the previous post. The bookstore open, 1 box of old novels. Dust rose first, stories followed. Someone used a grocery receipt as a bookmark. Guess it worked. A teenager walked home spinning a basketball on 1 finger. Lost it, started again. Lost it, started again. Never looked, ignored, respect. Different vowels, different swing, different space and conversation, observation, dense bar, empty bar, triplet climb, straight release, then the cadence, move the land and keep surprising the beat. Clouds finally broke, sunlight slid it across the bakery window. 1 shelf at a time, the smell reached the sidewalk before the bread did. Someone held the door for another stranger, then another, nobody planned it, it just kept happening. Funny thing, good habits spread faster than rumors when nobody's counting. Run long, let short, tech phrasing, white phrasing, later textbook release, change tempo, change texture, triplet flow, halftime drop, a less the cadence, different breathing, different pockets, never letting 2 sections sound like the same rapper. Walks your distance longer, the quiet moments aren't hiding. We usually just early or late, when we're asleep, 1 bakery, 1 bicycle, 1 open window, 1 stranger holding the door, 1 ordinary Tuesday quietly becoming a story. Worth remembering. The receipt, it never came back. Maybe it belonged to someone else's good day. The elevator stopped on every floor before it finally remembered mine. The elevator stopped on every floor before it finally remembered mine. Didn't mind, gave me another minute to listen. Someone upstairs was practicing trumpet. Not very well still, they kept going. Good, the hallway smelled like laundry detergent and somebody's dinner. Arriving too early, a delivery bag leaned against apartment 204. Nobody opened, the driver checked the number 3 times, left anyway. Downstairs, a teenager, dry spinning the basketball on 1 finger. Almost, then 5 whole seconds, he looked happier than people holding trophies. Nothing famous, nothing flashy. Every little second moving past me. Quiet buildings, open windows, ordinary becoming legendary. People writing tiny stories without ever calling them stories. Slow down, no, not forever, just long enough to notice. A bicycle bell, 1 ring, silence. A cat walked underneath a parked truck like it owned the entire street. Honestly, it probably did. The vending machine rejected someone's coins. Again, the guy laughed at the side once. Perfect. A bus pulled away. Nobody chased it. Funny, growing up might just be knowing another one is coming. Fast words, low feet, switch rhythm, cut beat. Long phrase, then nothing. Leave space for breathing. Driblet, straight flow. Back behind the kick drum. Never let the pocket settle long enough to recognize itself. You know, some evenings don't feel important until years later. The apartment lights turned on, 1 window at a time, like somebody was teaching the neighborhood how to breathe again. A man watered plants that were already wet on the afternoon rain. Didn't matter, he watered them anyway. Maybe care doesn't always need a reason. Look twice, stay a while, most beautiful days never introduced themselves. They simply arrive, sit beside you and quietly become a memory.
dum 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 dum
Yeah.
dum dum da da da.
The street sweeper. Erase the leaves before the wind. Realize they falling.
Da 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 da.
6, yeah, yeah. 642, still cold. The street sweeper moved slower than everyone else. Didn't seem worried behind it. One maple leaf escape made it almost half a block. Freedom, short one across the avenue. Someone unlocked the flower shop using both hands because one carried coffee. Smart. The automatic doors at the grocery store open for nobody closed. Open again, guess they trusted invisible customers. Honest in some mornings feel like rehearsal for the real day. Different footsteps, different weather, different jackets, different letters. Nothing trying to impress forever. Every little second find a hidden treasure. Drop the cadence, slip the land and run ahead. Quit pretending every measure changes posture before the beat can recognize it.
Look again, you missed one. Look again.
There it is.
Look again. Look again, you missed one. Look again.
There it is.
Look again.
A little girl held her father's sleeve instead of his hand. Different, still enough the bakery place. 3 croissants in the window. 5 minutes later, 2 left. The barber looked outside between haircuts every single time. A motorcycle passed, maybe expecting someone, maybe not. The old movie theater still had last month's poster.
Nobody replaced it. Didn't feel late, it felt patient.
1 line, 27 syllables stretching across the bar before collapsing into silence.
2, 8.
31 pause, triplets straight behind a head, quarter note gap back again. Nothing lands where it landed 30 seconds ago.
3rd floor, tiny balcony, red towel, blue socks, yellow shirt. Went made introductions between strangers. The delivery van stopped for exactly 43 seconds.
Engine off, driver closed his eyes, tiny vacation. Respect the pigeon drink rainwater from a bicycle seat. Resourceful, the traffic signal turned green. Nobody moved, then
Everybody did.
funny, confidence travels in groups.
Switch valve.
Switch time and compressed breathing, leave the rhyme. Move the kick, miss the snare, jump sideways, land nowhere. New geometry, new momentum, different pulse inside the sentence. Never borrow yesterday's rhythm. You know, some people wave before they recognize you.
I like that.
The hardware store stacked paint cans into a pyramid. One slipped, caught,
Nobody clapped.
you still deserved it. The teenager photographed the cracked sidewalk, didn't laugh, looked fascinated. Maybe beauty takes strange shapes. On Thursdays, the cafe
Ran out.
of large cups,
Everyone accepted.
medium,
Life continued without headlines.
fast consonants, broken cadence, late arrivals, empty spaces, double time, halftime, cut the phrase, restart, drop the ending, change the accent, keep the melody guessing.
Clouds covered the sun for less than a minute. The whole street changed color, then changed back. A woman finished reading the last page before a bus arrived.
Close the book, smile once, never look back.
A little boy jumped over every crack.
In the sidewalk,
Didn't miss one.
good street, the newspaper vended, folded, the empty table slower.
Then he unfolded it.
Maybe endings,
Deserve.
more attention.
Stay curious.
The loud moments,
Rarely last.
the quiet ones.
Usually do.
Another bus, another car, big another cross street.
Another ordinary miracle.
Tomorrow we'll borrow this morning
They call it
a memory. The street sweeper turned the corner,
belief.
finally stopped.
Neither one.
Look, like they had lost.
The laundromat lights were already spitting.
Yeah, before the neighborhood finished waking up. The laundromat lights were already spinning before the neighborhood finished waking up. Someone forgot a single blue sock on top of machine 7. Nobody claimed it. Maybe tomorrow across the street, a florist arranged sunflowers one stem at a time. Funny thing is, she smiled before the first customer arrived. Maybe the flowers weren't the reason the crossing signal clicked. A cyclist coasted through without touching the pedals for 3 whole seconds. Gravity did all the work, nice. A man in paint-covered boots stood outside a bakery reading yesterday's newspaper. Didn't seem to bother him, the bread was fresh. That was enough. Steam climbed off a paper cup left on a bench. Nobody came back for it. The city keeps collecting little unfinished stories. Honestly, I think that's why I like mornings. They never pretend everything is organized. Tiny moments piling higher than the skyline. Shopping bags, bus breaks, somebody reading old headlines. Every ordinary second keeps rewriting what the day is. Life don't wait for perfect timing, it just quietly creates it.
Stay longer,
Look closer,
most good things don't announce themselves. Stay longer,
walk slower.
some miracles where work closed.
The hardware store, roll the shutters open, metal echo through the block. A delivery driver balance 3 packages with 1 arm. Didn't drop one, practice looks boring until you try it yourself. A little girl pointed at a pigeon, he's late. Her dad laughs, so are we. They both kept smiling anyway. The coffee shop door kept ringing and out, like the neighborhood was taking one long breath. Wait, did you ever notice how every apartment building has one window that wakes up first? Mine isn't, never has been, that's alright. I usually catch up halfway through the morning. Nothing here is famous, but it's somehow unforgettable. Every tiny conversation leaves the sidewalks unforgettable. Every pocket full of moments turning into something bigger. I don't chase another headline, I just stay a little longer. You know, nobody remembers the exact morning their life started changing. Usually, it just looked like another Tuesday.
Stay longer,
Look closer,
the quiet parts carry the course. Stay longer,
walk slower.
belief arrives without making noise. Somebody opens a window, somebody starts again.
Maybe that's enough, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough. That's enough. Yeah. The convenience store receipt curled up before I reached the automatic door. Didn't even make it outside. Coffee, banana, 1 bottle of water. That's all the cashier already knew which pocket I reached for. Funny routine introduces people before names do. Outside, the newspaper rack was missing exactly 1 paper. Someone else started early. Across the street, a florist trimmed flower stems without ever looking rushed. A taxi rolled through a puddle, barely just enough to wake a sleeping pigeon. It complained, fair enough. The bus stop advertisement had 1 corner peeling away. Nobody fixed it. The wind seemed happy to help. Honestly, half this neighborhood is held together by people showing up every morning. Every little habit building quiet architecture. Paper cups and traffic lights performing tiny miracles. Different footsteps, different jackets. Every stranger got a soundtrack. Ordinary don't mean empty. Ordinary just lasts longer, longer, longer. Stay, stay. Another minute, you'll miss it if you blink. Stay, stay. Long enough for small things to become stories. Apartment 305, open the window. Apartment 402, closed. There's morning moves vertically. Never noticed that a little kid dragged a stick across a metal fence. Tick, tick, tick. He smiled like he'd written a whole song. A mechanic balanced coffee on an engine block. Didn't spill a drop. Years teach strange talents. The laundromat finished 1 cycle. Another started before the first customer came back. Life keeps rotating whether we're watching or not. Someone parked badly, someone else parked perfectly. Neither story changed the weather actually. Most things don't. One word, long sentence drifting far behind the kick drum. Before catching up, 5 syllables, 22, 3 cut, restart, triplet, straight pause, late entrance, early exit. Never let the rhythm live in one place long enough to recognize itself. The bakery opened its second door. Warm air escaped, so did the smell of butter. People walking past slowed down without realizing it. That's marketing, no magic, not sure. A lovely man straightened every chair outside the cafe. Nobody asked him, he did it anyway. Some jobs finished before customers arrived. A bicycle bell, 1 ring, silence, then another. A dog looked up, decided it wasn't important. Went back to waiting, respect. Nothing louder than invisible effort. Nothing brighter than repeating little gestures. Different cadence, change the land and stretch the measure. Leave it hanging, jump ahead, fall behind. Let tomorrow find the rhyme. You know, nobody remembers the exact morning that life quietly improved. Usually, it just looked ordinary. A woman watered flowers already wet from last night's rain. Didn't matter, she wasn't watering the flower. She was keeping the promise. The crossing signal clicked, stopped, clipped again. Somebody braved through a second floor window, couldn't tell who it was for, didn't need to. The bookstore owner turned the sign from closed to open. Same room, different feeling. Funny how 1 word can do that. The mail carrier walked away lighter than when he arrived. Less envelopes, same smile. A teenager missed his bus, didn't run. Next one was 7 minutes away. 7 minutes isn't very long unless you count it. different rhythm, different breathing, different vowels, different spacing, never matching yesterday's geometry. Break the cadence, double back, drop the silence, fill the measure, short phrase, wide phrase, conversation, observation, every verse. Finding another way to last. Stay just a little longer. The best parts never ask to be noticed. Walk slower, every ordinary day is practicing to become someone's favorite memory. Stay. One more block, one more street, one more story. Tomorrow can wait another minute. The coffee cool, the bus is filled, the newspaper stand, the clothes on shelf. The city never really hurried, it just kept quietly becoming itself. The parking meter reached zero while the old man was still tying his shoes. The parking meter click zero. The old man never looked, still tying his shoes, no hurry. Across the sidewalk, a cafe worker dragged the chalkboard outside. Halfway stop, change one word. Coffee to fresh coffee, probably sold 3 more cups. Funny, a delivery bicycle leaned against another bicycle. Both looked tired, the wind kept flipping. One page of a magazine inside the bookstore. Never the next one, the same page again. Honestly, I wondered what was so interesting about page 32. Maybe the wind knew. Every little ordinary second got a different kind of rhythm. Different shoes, different windows, different people making livings. Nothing trying to be important, everything becoming useful. Life keeps writing better verses than the ones inside my notebook. Don't leave yet, the morning is still editing itself. Wait, you'll hear another story. Don't leave yet. Yeah. Somebody forgot an orange on top of a newspaper box. Still there, 10 minutes later, then gone. Mystery solved by hunger. A barber laughed first. Customer started laughing without hearing the joke. Best kind. A little girl walked backwards for half the block. Her mother never stopped talking. Probably happened every Tuesday. The bus arrived early. Nobody believed it. People kept checking their phones like time. I'd apologize. I'd pause. Long sentence stretching way across another measure before collapsing back onto the kick. 4 words, 24 syllables, triplets. Dead stop, late entrance, early cut off, another rhythm, another pocket, nothing lands where the last verse did. Second floor, window open, radio playing, couldn't hear the lyrics, only the snare. Enough a mechanic held a wrench like a conductor's baton. 1 car, 2 nods done, someone water plants that were mostly dirt. Tomorrow was already included, a pigeon walk between people's feet like rent had been paid. Confident, respect actually, animals never seem embarrassed about existing. Maybe that's healthier. Quick words, slow thoughts, fast hats, deep bass, break phrase, hope grass, stretch bar, drop back, different vowels, different land, and nothing repeating. Keep the cadence wandering around until it discovers another neighborhood. You know, sometimes I think routine is just another word for trust. The flower shop received 3 buckets before opening. Pink, yellow, white, 1 stem fell over. The owner picked it up like it mattered, it did. The crossing signal started beeping, stopped, started again. Nobody crossed, everybody waited. Kinda beautiful, the mail carrier checked 1 envelope, twice walked back, wrong mailbox. Close enough, wasn't enough. The bakery sold out of something, didn't know what. Everyone leaving looked satisfied, probably the right choice. Up the sidewalk, carrying echoes, every hallway, storing voices, every habit quietly building something no one celebrates. Different consonants, different space and double time than empty measures. Let the groove breathe, let the words disappear. Come back sideways, change the gravity, change the architecture. Never let another verse remember the one before it. Yeah. Street lights finally turned off, clouds finally moved. The first patch of blue looked surprised to be there. Coffee finished, busted parted, stark open, dog yawn. Somebody waved from a balcony, nobody answered, didn't make it less friendly. A boy balanced his backpack on one shoulder like it weighed nothing. Lucky age, wish I remember. Stay longer, not because something big is about to happen, because something small already is. Look up, look sideways, risk your moments tomorrow. You'll still be there this morning. Won't this morning won't. Parking meter, start over. The parking meter started over. The old man was already gone somewhere. Another ordinary day was quietly becoming someone's favorite memory.
The receipt escaped my pocket before I reached the cross. Receipt gone, win one. I didn't bother, it probably needed a better destination in my jacket. Across the street, a baker stood outside, stretching before sunrise. Never thought bread needed warm-ups, guess people do. A woman walked by wearing headphones without music. She smiled at everyone anyway. Interesting, maybe silence was enough today. The newspaper stand only open halfway. The owner kept reading instead. Can't blame him, coffee first, business later. Different vowels over different kick patterns. Later ravel, short explosions, triple lip fractures. Elastic breathing, drop the rhyme, move the land and never let a measure feel too familiar. Make every pocket argue with the last one. Keep walking faster, just farther. Hey. Farther. Yeah, yeah. Third floor, blue curtains. Somebody learning violin, missed again. Then one clean note buried as a dog waited outside the butcher shop, tail moving before the owner opened the door. Confidence on my left, an empty flower pot on the curb. Rain flooded overnight, nature keeps freelancing. Honestly, that's efficient. One word, one word, one word. Long drifting sentence stretching across 2 bars before collapsing into 4 clicked syllables. Pause, jump later, head off, be straight. Halftime now, run. But the grocery cart had one noisy wheel. Everyone heard it coming, kinda polite. If you think about it, the floor is placed. Sunflowers outside before unlocking the shop, like saying good morning without talking. A mechanic wave with the hand still holding a wrench. Didn't feel dangerous, felt normal actually. Most trust looks ordinary. Kick moves left, voice moves right. Tight consonants, wide phrasing, small breaths. Dick measures, break symmetry. Skip expected rhymes, change cadence. Every 4 bars never land where the last verse landed. Funny thing, the city never repeats, it just wears similar shoes. A little girl counted red cars, got bored, started counting dogs instead. Bet the game, the barber finished one haircut, then stood outside looking at clouds. No reason, maybe that was the reason. The cafe ran out of napkins. Customers borrowed extra ones from each other. Problem solved in 12 seconds. Compress, expand, 1 beat, 3 bars, later tag, syncopated release, triple lip flow, straight cadence, conversation, observation, silence, explodes back again. Someone forgot their reading glasses on a park bench. A stranger covered them with yesterday's newspaper before the rain arrived. Nobody applauded, nobody needed to the bus arrived. Almost empty, left completely full. Funny how quickly a quiet thing can become important. Child jumped over every shadow instead of every crack. No rules work perfectly. Get the different reading, different architecture, different sentence lengths, different pose. Put the vowel, stretch the ending, move the snare. Delay the engine, flush the exit, keep the rhythm wandering until I guess where home was. The hardware store locked 5 minutes late. Nobody complained. The cyclist stopped to straighten the fallen traffic home and left before anyone noticed. The bookstore lights went dark one by one. The street didn't. Some places stay open without electricity. You know, hope is usually working overtime under another name. Walk slower. Notice more. The loud stories burn everyone. The quiet ones choose who stay. 1 receipt, 1 bakery, 1 bicycle bell, 1 stranger laughing, 1 ordinary afternoon. Slowly becoming the kind of memory that returns without being invited. The wind finally dropped my receipt outside. A flower shop looked like it belonged there more than it ever belonged to me.
Rolled another foot, nobody chased it. Gravity finished the sentence. The cashier flipped the close sign. Forgot, flipped it back. First customer already inside.
Too late.
Across the parking lot, a pigeon stole exactly half of a French fry. Left the rest generous or distracted. The hardware store smelled like fresh plywood and coffee.
I'm paired.
Worked perfectly. Honestly, places have personalities. People just call them addresses.
Different cadence running under different consonants. Kick is early, voice is late. Nothing lining up the same way twice. Drop the ending, stretch another sentence. Cut the breathing, change the posture. Let the rhythm forget where it came from.
Slow is an MD. Look closer, you'll find the chorus. 1 orange rolled out of somebody's grocery bag. Nobody laughed. 3 strangers caught it before the traffic did. Nice save. The owner bowed. Tiny audience, tiny applause. The cafe door wouldn't close.
Someone held it with a chair.
Problem solved.
The mechanic wiped his glasses
before checking.
the engine priorities. A little girl counted birds, started over counting clouds instead.
Flexible plan,
5 syllables, 28,
15.
triplets, quarter notes, lady the tap.
Behind the clap,
Brush the vowels, drop the ending.
restart somewhere nobody expected.
Bus driver waited 3 extra seconds. One old woman ate it. Everybody won a florist. Watered flowers while talking to them.
Didn't sound strange.
Sounded experience.
Someone locked their bicycle to another bicycle. Wrong one took a minute, good laugh.
Actually embarrassment.
Never lasts as long as people think.
Run
Run ahead, break apart, double back, miss the bar, change the lane and skip the rhyme, fill the silence, borrow time, let the measure change direction every other heartbeat.
Funny thing, the city,
Never seems finished.
neither do we.
The laundromat door open by itself, warm air escapes, so cotton Tuesday. Somebody left one red sock on top of machine 4.
Nobody claimed it.
Maybe it liked to view the bookstore.
See
One customer
who bought nothing.
stayed 40 minutes, left smiling.
Good deal.
Long sentence crossing almost 3 measures before suddenly collapsing into one short word. Done. Now another rhythm, now another accent.
Switch breathing, switch pockets,
Switch density,
nothing repeats.
nothing settles, nothing asked permission. A construction worker shared his umbrella with the mailbox. Didn't notice the mailbox, didn't complain. The bakery sold his last loads to someone who wasn't planning to stop.
Lucky timing.
Clouds covered the sun for exactly one traffic light, then left the crossing guard, folded the stop sign.
Who gone?
Silence back.
You know, sometimes routine is just a collection of tiny victories.
Nobody counts.
The newspaper rack stood half empty, good sign. The owner looked relieved, but boy balanced on the curb all the way to the corner. Never touched the sidewalk, wishing complete. His grandmother clapped once, that was enough.
The wind turned one calendar page inside to the travel agency window. Next month,
Alright.
before anyone booked it.
Different vowels, different slang, different entrances. Every few bars, halftime, double time, triplet fractured. Conversation, observation.
Drop the rhyme,
Pick it up later.
change the geometry, stretch the melody.
Never let another verse
Remember the last one.
stay 1 minute more. Ordinary never stays ordinary for very long. Another bus, another receipt, another Tuesday, another smile.
One day,
All of this will sound
like the beginning of something bigger.
a shopping cart,
Finally stop,
a parking lot.
didn't, neither.
Did the day. They. Yeah. The grocery carts were already wet. We're already wet before the first raindrop touched the parking lot. The grocery carts were already wet before the first raindrop touched the parking lot. A cashier carried fresh flowers into a store that mostly sold cereal. Didn't question it, looked right. Meanwhile, someone returned an empty shopping cart from the far end of the lot. Extra effort, no reward. An old couple stood beside the bakery window, arguing about which loaf smelled better. The baker solved to take both. Everybody laughed. The bus rolled past almost silently. The puddles made more noise than the engine, honestly. Quiet mornings usually have the loudest details. Different cadence, triplet fractures, stretch the vowels, clip the landing, change the pocket, run behind the kick, snap forward, leave silence, return with another rhythm, never repeating yesterday's breathing. Take your time, the morning hasn't shown
It's best seen yet.
Take your time, the morning hasn't shown.
Yeah, a bookstore owner unlocked the back door first because deliveries always arrive before readers. Someone folded yesterday's newspaper into a paper airplane, didn't throw it, just held it. A mechanic tightened one loose mirror before opening the garage. Nobody would ever know, still mattered. A little girl waved at every passing bicycle, only one rider waved back. Good enough, actually. Sometimes one answer beats 100 expectations. One word,
26 syllables stretching across 2 measures before folding into 4 clipped words.
pause, triplets, straight flow, late entrance, new pocket.
The florist arranged yellow tulips beside white lilies and changed her mind and mixed them together. Better, the cafe forgot to switch on its open sign. Customers came in anyway. The smell had already done the advertising.
Across the street a pigeon inspected the sandwich wrapper like an art critic. Walked away unimpressed. Standards, fast hat,
Slow pace, elastic time and broken symmetry. Conversation, observation, shift the landing, change the rhythm, different heartbeat, different architecture. Funny thing, most beautiful mornings never realize they're beautiful. The crossing signal clicked long before anyone reached the corner. Practice round, a teenager spun the basketball on one finger, lost it. Tried again, smiled anyway. A barber stepped outside with the coffee he forgot to drink because the sunrise stole his attention first. Fair trade, a woman picked up from somebody else's receipt before the wind could.
late attack, triplet climb, compress, expand, different cadence, different spacing, drop the rhyme, restart, sideways, new groove, new landing.
The bakery finally filled with customers just as the brain decided to leave. Sunlight reached the front window one shelf at a time. Someone held the door open for three strangers without ever looking up. It became contagious. The fourth person did the same, you know. Kindness usually spreads before people notice. Different pose, different phrasing, trip it most strict release. Tight bars, wide bars, elastic flow, conversation folding into rhythm, never letting two verses breathe the same way. Stay a little longer, the ordinary always hide. One more story, one bakery, one grocery cart, one open door, one quiet morning. That's usually how memories start. The rain finally arrived. The grocery carts were already waiting, 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 waiting.
Yeah. The bus stop bench was still wet from a rain. Nobody remember hearing that. 3 pigeons, 1 French fry. Nobody argued. The woman folded her umbrella twice, opened it again, then realized the sun had already won. Happens next door. The tailor pinned the sleeve without measuring it. Years probably measured it already. An old refrigerator hum behind the convenience store, louder than the traffic. Funny, the traffic still thought it was important. A courier stretched his back, looked at the sky, checked nothing, kept walking, no speech. Just habit, yeah. Every window holding stories, every hallway breathing softly, every little order in every second. Never asking for a trophy. I've been watching tiny moments, doing heavyweight performances. Most of them disappear before somebody even notices. Don't rush, the morning isn't finished. Look again, something small is becoming something you'll remember. The pharmacy sign, blink pause longer. Honestly, I waited to see if it would miss another letter that did. And an elementary school kid wore a backpack bigger than his confidence. Still walk fast, respect across the intersection. A mechanic cleaned his hands before touching someone else's steering wheel that felt important. The coffee shop speaker crackled for half a second. Nobody looked up, maybe imperfections sound normal when they're always around. Different rhythm, different heartbeat, different footsteps down the concrete. Long line, short line, one word, whole paragraph. Let the pocket breathe and sprint before the snack and answer back. You know, I keep thinking the city never really sleeps. It just changes jobs. A dog waited outside the bakery, didn't bark, didn't scratch, just watched the door like patience had somewhere to be. Someone finally came out, half a croissant, tail moving fair. Trade the newspaper, stand still, carry yesterday. Nobody seemed offended. Tomorrow was already busy arriving. Stay here 5 more minutes. The best verses usually happen between the things people never planned. Maybe that's why I keep listening. Collapsed, tiny crack, nobody heard it. A woman balanced 2 peaches on 1 arm and still opened the door for someone else. That's skill, a kindness, maybe both, half a block away. Someone rode that suitcase over oak bricks. Every wheel told a different story. The pharmacy sign buzzed, stopped, buzzed again, like it couldn't decide whether to stay awake. A kid counted yellow cars, lost track. At 7 started over, didn't seem upset. Honestly, adults could be starting too early. Different pockets, different vows, different rhythm, different hours. Tiny moments passing by without permission. Nothing trying to become poetry, still somehow doing it anyway. Let the kick arrive, Mr. Stare, come back 2 weeks later.
Stay here.
Don't explain it, just notice. That's enough. Like no bicycle, still had the grocery basket wired to the front bench, still useful. The cafe owner turned one chair toward the sunlight, not the others, just one. Maybe it had a favorite customer. A dog shook rainwater all over a businessman. He laughed, good choice. The rain was already finished. A construction worker shared half a sandwich with another guy without saying a word. Some conversation already happened yesterday. Long phrase drifting underneath another measure before snapping back into time. 3 words, 8 syllables, 26. One pause, triplet street, laid the tack behind the beat, forward again. Nothing staying where the last cadence lived. A pigeon landed on top of a parking meter, wrong office, tiny promotion. Someone forgot their umbrella inside the bakery. Realized it 10 steps later, smile, turned back, no rush. The bookstore received 3 boxes, one contained nothing but bookmarks. Funny, sometimes the smallest things wait the longest to be chosen. Actually, that's probably true about people too. Every hallway holding echoes, every rooftop keeping weather, every habit quietly becoming another invisible masterpiece. Stretch the line, break the line, got the rhyme, change direction, new geometry, new landing, new breathing. You know, the city never really gets quieter. You just start hearing different things. The laundromat door open, warm air escapes. So did the smell of soap and old conversations. A father taught his daughter how to skip stones using bottle caps. Not ideal, still work the traffic signal. Stay red long enough for strangers to become temporary neighbors. Nobody spoke still. Everyone looked a little less alone. An old clock inside the repair shop ran 3 minutes fast. Nobody changed it. Maybe being early was part of his personality. Fast gas, slow bass, long bars, sharp breaks, cut phrases, elastic timing. Stumble forward, recover sideways. Never repeat the same breathing pattern, leave silence. Borrow tension, change the cadence, every other measure. One apartment turned off its lights, another turned theirs on the whole building. Looked like it was blinking. A teenager missed his basketball shot 5 times, made the 6th, celebrated like it counted. It did the flower shop closed for lunch. The flowers didn't mind. Win kept shop in the newspaper stand. Sold its last copy. The folded the empty rack like a finished chapter. Stay longer. Ordinary is there the stories and people think. Look closer. Miss less. Everything important arrives quietly. One window, one smile, one bus, one Tuesday, one memory. You won't realize you're keeping until years later. The ads you floated, the conversation kept going. The afternoon never announced its arrival. It's a beat side by side. The morning and waited. Yeah. Yeah. The automatic doors open for a shopping cart that nobody was holding. Yeah. Automatic doors open, nothing there than the shopping cart. Slowly drifted through, guess the wind counts as a customer. The bakery forgot to unlock the second entrance. One woman knocked, once a baker laughed, opened it. Problem over, someone parked crooked, came back, looked at it, shrugged, walked away. Confidence, interest, and choice. A little boy waved at every passing bus driver. Fourth one finally waved back, worth waiting. Nothing famous, nothing staged, different rhythm, different page. Stretch a sentence, clip another, move the landing, shift the center, drop the X and break the measure. Never let the groove, remember yesterday. Look twice, you'll find more. The florist threw away one tulip in stem, still beautiful, just not today. The mechanic closed the toolbox with his foot, hands busy, makes sense. Outside, a pigeon stood in the exact center of a parking space. Tiny landlord, nobody argued. A girl read the back of a cereal box while waiting for her mother finished it. Started again. Honestly, packages hide better stories than people expect. 3 syllables, 29 pause. Late attack, straight flow, triplets behind the kick. Rush forward, break apart, rebuild somewhere the snare wasn't expecting. Clouds covered half the grocery store, the other half still had sunshine. 2 seasons, 1 parking lot, a cashier counted coins without looking years. Sound like that, a bicycle fell over, nobody pushed the wind again. Persistent got the cafe, placed 1 empty chair outside before opening. Hope always arrives a little early. Yeah. Fast pockets, slow breathing, different space and different meaning. Half a bar, 2 whole bars, leave silence, fill silence, change the geometry before the rhyme gets comfortable. Funny thing, the quiet places always seem to know my name first. The delivery driver check the carving, 18, wrong building, snuff. Checked again, still smiling, good habit. An old man folded his newspaper into perfect squares. Read one article 3 times, maybe deserves that. The laundromat finished 5 machines at once. For a second the whole room went silent, then everything started spinning again. Run long, cut short, late entrance, quick stop, thick rhythm, thin rhythm, drop consonants, stretch vowels, change direction, change density, leave every cadence without a return address. The bookstore turned the lights off for exactly 10 seconds, replacing bulbs. Customers kept browsing, nobody laughed. The flower shop closed for lunch. Flowers kept working, the little girl balanced on one curve for the entire block. Made it, didn't celebrate, guess she knew she would. Different bolts, different swing, different landing, different weight. Conversation, observation, empty measure, crowded measure, triplet fracture, syncopated release. Long breath, short burst, nothing borrowed and nothing repeated. Stay longer, the day isn't finished. Just because the clock changed numbers, another receipt, another sidewalk, another laugh, another wrong turn. One more thing every afternoon, quietly learning how to become a memory. The automatic doors open again this time. Someone actually walked through about time.